The main thing I want to talk about that I've been seeing a lot lately is stop depending on people. And what I mean by that, don't take that all the way literally, right? Of course, we need people in our life. We don't want to live a lonely life. But I see it far too often. We're dependent on people for the things that we should be giving ourselves. Like, I've seen people depend on people for support. Like, support is incredible. Trust me. I know we want the support. But I'll tell you right now, sometimes the closest people to you that will support you the least. I know we want those people support. I know we want our friends support. I know we want our family support. Well, especially when we do something, we got dreams and visions. And a lot of times, the people that you've done the most for will do the least for you. But I want to be clear about something. Your success doesn't depend on their support. Your happiness shouldn't depend on their support. Period. I know it hurts, but at the end of the day, that doesn't make or break you. And too many times we give people too much power for our life. The reason you're at where you're at today, and if you don't want to be there, it has nothing to do with people. It has nothing to do with circumstances. It has nothing to do with your environment. Those things are minimal. What it has something to do is with you taking responsibility over your life. You have to realize, I always say that in every single video, it all starts with you. Like, too many of us, we depend on people to make us feel loved. Like, if you don't love yourself, right? If you don't love yourself, that's a problem. That's an issue. It starts with you. You tell people how to treat you by what you accept. You tell people how to love you by how you love yourself. We depend on people for way too much. So take responsibility over your life. If you want to make a change to your life, make a change to your life. All right? If you want to take your life somewhere, take your life somewhere. Period. Nobody's going to make it happen for you. Most people could care less about you. Like, I'm sure you have great people in your life that love the heck out of you. I'm sure you do. But at the end of the day, we got to stop allowing people to control our emotions. We got to stop allowing people to control our focus, to control our commitment, to control our discipline. Like, when I started with RehabTime, I hate to always go back to this, but wasn't nobody really supporting me? Straight up. I didn't have no handouts. I started literally from rock bottom. I had a few people, and they know who they are. But I didn't care because I wanted to change my life. I wasn't dependent on somebody else to do something for my life. It's my life, right? If I want something to happen, I have to make it happen. I got to stop blaming other people. I got to stop waiting on other people. I got to stop hoping somebody give me an opportunity, right? I take responsibility over my life, period. And that's a problem that I see. I see way too many people not taking responsibility over your life. So when it comes to your healing, we talk about this a lot. It's your responsibility. Stop expecting someone to heal you. Stop expecting closure to heal you. Stop expecting an apology to heal you. You have to work on your healing. Your healing is your responsibility, right? Your environment is your responsibility. Stop expecting people around you to change, and you have to make that change. Stop expecting people to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself. It starts with you. Stop expecting people to support you when you don't support yourself. You know, I can't stand when I see people like, nobody supports me, when you don't even support you. Don't you realize people might just be following your lead and how you feel about yourself, so they just follow your lead? You set the tone for your life. I know I say that a lot, but it's facts. It is facts on facts on facts on facts on facts. And I get it. You have to get to a place where you start seeing just how incredible you are. And these are videos I made for the last 10 years that you can go watch and rewatch. You're not your past, right? Change your perspective. Everything that was meant to break you, let it build you. The people that walked out of your life, okay, cool. Let that build you, not break you. Sometimes people have to leave your life in order for the right people to walk into your life. Sometimes all the wrong relationships can't work out, so the right one can. Right? These are things that you have to teach yourself and work on yourself. But I think we fall into the category of dependency like way too much. Way too much. We fall in the category of dependency like way too much. Depend on God, not people, because people will let you down. That's just facts. People are human. It doesn't make them bad or terrible people. People will let you down. So if you're dependent on somebody to make you feel great about yourself, that should tell you that there's something going on inside of here that you have to take care of. Now, I get it. Great things, compliments are awesome. When people pour into us, it's awesome. It's great. We all love that. But if we don't get that, we can't allow that to make us feel a certain type of way. One of the quotes that I've said and I've always will say, stop allowing how people feel about you, right, to change how you feel about you. Stop allowing how people see you to change how you see yourself. When people offer me opinions, when people offer me criticism, when people offer me hate, I don't accept it. I don't, because I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I know how much I believe in God. I know how much I believe in my mission. I know how much I believe in myself. And that came from keeping promises to myself. That came from every single day, right? Giving myself the permission to be great. Every single day, putting myself in a growth environment. Every single day, being holistically fit, mentally, spiritually, physically. So I think when we don't work on ourselves, we depend on other people, right, to give us value when we should already know we're valuable. We depend on other people to give us worth. We should already know that we're full of worth. We put our life in the hands of other people way too much. Way too much. And sometimes it's our voids that do it. Sometimes it's the things we haven't dealt with in our past from our childhood. Sometimes the things we haven't dealt with from our past relationships. And we allow our voids to control our life. And what usually happens when your voids control your life, right? When your insecurities control your life. You look for anybody or anything that can secure those insecurities. And 9 times out of 10, you end up settling for something that's not good for your life. That's not meant for your life. So it takes a certain amount of work that you have to put in, period. Understand that. All right. So putting the work on yourself, and listen, stop depending on people. Like, having people there is awesome. It's incredible. Having a great tribe, it's incredible. But you cannot depend on that for your life. What if you never get that? What if you never get opportunity? What if nobody ever tells you that you're incredible? What if nobody ever speaks life into your life? I'm going to do it all the time when we come on here. I'm going to let you know what it is. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are in your life that speak into your life. But you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm enough. I have a ruler that I always break, that I always say we measure our life by. And that ruler is a symbolism of the world standards, is people's opinions, everything. And I look at that ruler and I break that ruler. Because I'm not going to live my life based upon society standards. I'm not going to live my life based upon man's opinion, period. I know what God gave me. Even though people can't see it at times, even though people didn't see it, even though people call me crazy, people call me stupid, I still had the faith that God set me apart for a mission that a lot of people would not understand, that a lot of people would not get, and a lot of people didn't get it. But I didn't depend on them for my life. Okay? If you're not a kid, if you're a grown adult, stop depending on people for your life. All right? Codependency is tough. And a lot of us, we stay in bad situations because we're dependent, right? And I get it. Like marriages, relationships, even jobs. I understand that. Like, you can't just always walk away from stuff, and you shouldn't walk away from things that are just hard. You should work for it if the other person is working for it too. I'm a firm believer in that. But some of us, we get stuck on depending on the world so much for our worth. And I just wish that you would look inside yourself and just see how incredible you are. I wish you would see everything that you've been through qualifies you, right? Qualifies you. Like, you've been through it. You've been through it. All the heartache and all the excuses that you use, and you tell people why you're like this and the reason your life didn't pan out because of all these things. You know, you can easily flip that and say, the reason my life is like this because of all those things. The reason I succeeded is because of all those things. I could have chose excuses all I want. I could have said, well, I played football my whole life and they cut me. I made it to NFL and I got cut. That's why I'm doing nothing with my life. But I didn't want that story. I didn't want that to be my story. I didn't want to be 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, 120 maybe. And I didn't want that to be my story. I wanted my story to be like, this happened to me. This devastating thing happened to me and it was real. But guess what? Because of that, I am who I am today. Because of that, all this happened. That produced this. And so I didn't leave my life in the hands of the NFL. I didn't. I could have. I could have left everything. Blame. I could have left everything in the hands of the NFL. But I didn't. And some of us, we're leaving our life in the hands of other people, and we're wondering why we have no control over our life. We wonder why we feel powerless. We wonder why, right, we feel like we can't move on. And trust me, I get all the struggles you're going through. I'm not undermining your struggle. I'm not. Nobody in here. Struggles are real. But struggle doesn't mean that you have to settle in your life. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to surrender. You don't. That's a choice. That's a choice. And so what I need you to do is start depending on you. All right? You. Start depending on yourself, right? Whatever goals that you have, depend on you to complete those goals. If I want to get in shape, can't nobody get me in shape. I can't be like, hey, I need you to get me in shape, right? I can have a trainer, but I still have to do the work, right? If I want to start a company or a business or whatever it may be, I can't depend on nobody else to do it for me. Yes, they can help out, but I have to do it myself. Do y'all get that? So take that responsibility over your life and realize it all starts with you. Everything in this world starts with you. You watching this. All right, but like I say at the end, in every single video, you got to live it, you got to breathe it, you got to be it. It's rehab time, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm proud of every single one of you. And the reason I talk like this to you, because I want to get through to you. Okay, I want to get through to you. And this is just motivation and inspiration. And I know this isn't enough. That's why December 11th, I'm about to introduce some things that can really help you, right? That can actually give you steps to help your life. But for some of you, you get it, right? For some of you, you already know this stuff. But you're choosing to operate in your weakness instead of your greatness, right? You're choosing to operate in your limitations instead of your progressions, right? It's a choice. All right, let's get it. Holla.